Derek Paravicini is completely blind and severely learning impaired.
I'm going to do Flight of the Bumblebee by Rimsky-Korsakov. Flight of the Bumblebee.
He also displays many of the signs of autism. Yet his brain is a perfectly programmed musical computer. What does it mean to be a musical genius in the wake of such a profound disability?
When Derek Paravicini is playing the piano, it's hard to believe there's anything he can't do. And yet, when you meet him away from the keyboard, as we first did in London 6 years ago, the contrast is shocking.
Can you hold up 3 fingers for me?
I can do that.
Can you hold up 3?
I don't know how to do it.
You want me to show you 3?
Yes, please,
Okay.
yes.
Derek is a musical savant, blessed with an island of extreme talent in a sea of profound disability. With all his disabilities, though, Derek remembers every song he's ever heard. He's like a living iPod.
Do you remember the girl from Ipanema?
He retains popular songs as easily as classical masterpieces.
What about Beethoven's Für Elise? Can you play Für Elise?
I can play that, yeah.
And he doesn't just remember the music, he can transform it instantly and seemingly without conscious thought.
Do you think you could play Für Elise as if Mozart had written it?
Derek is 26. He doesn't know his left from right and can barely count to 10. Like many people who cannot see, Derek has developed an acute sense of hearing. Most of us, without knowing it, filter the noise around us to make sense of our environment. But Derek seems to have no filter at all.
Where are we now?
And for him, the world is a very confusing place. But it has allowed him to flourish in ways most of us could never imagine. Derek has transformed his extraordinary gift into a language all of his own. And today, he speaks it eloquently.
He's got extraordinarily developed analytic hearing, which I don't know of any parallels for.
We know very little about what's inside Derek's head, and actually Derek remains an enigma at heart.
There are some pianists who can play a million notes a second, but it doesn't mean anything because it doesn't have any feeling, you know. And there are other people who can play the simplest thing and just sort of get you there, you know. And Derek, I think, importantly has the ability to do both.
Derek's talent is clear, but it raises questions. Where does genius like this come from? And how can it possibly coexist with such severe disabilities?
And here's 6 notes. Ready?
Okay.
Just the 6.
That's 6 notes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good, 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 good.
Most highly trained musicians wouldn't be able to do that. They could tell you what the bottom note and the top note was, and they might be able to work out what the middle ones should be. Derek seems to know.
That's 10.
Fantastic. Well done, Derek. The thing with the chords on the piano is obviously I've only got 10 fingers and Derek's only got 10 fingers. So at the minute, that's really as far as we can go in finding out just how many notes Derek can hear.
But there may be one way to find out more. What if Derek were to hear dozens of notes all played at once? He is about to listen to a sequence of chords that he has never heard before, and this time played by a full orchestra. "50 instruments are playing dozens of notes all at the same time. Almost incredibly, Derek is able to distill the essence of all he hears into what he plays.
Extraordinary, really. I mean, these incredible flourishes all the time. I couldn't work it out until it suddenly struck me that, of course, the chords consisted of more than 10 notes, i.e. more than 10 fingers. And therefore he had to, in order to accommodate all the notes that he heard, he had to arpeggiate them going up and down like a harp, rather than playing block chords, which is what we were doing. Really fascinating. You know, that he can't see this sort of large display of instruments and sounds and what the instruments look like. It's amazing, yet he responds to all the different colours that an orchestra possesses. The sheen of the strings and the roundness of the brass tone. It's obviously a huge talent there which none of us can understand.
What Derek Paravicini could do with a piano is nothing short of miraculous. Please give it up for the incredible Derek Paravicini.